Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on the Tesla. As you saw last time, we got it pretty much painted. We gemmed out the door, we gemmed out the fender. Now it's time to gem out the interior. So we got the little body filler we got to sand down. We already taped it up, covered it up, because we want no water going inside, because this thing's full of electronics. And the last thing we want is to get it with water damage. So let's go straight to it. We're gonna start sanding, and then we're gonna pretty much sand underneath the door too. And we don't want to take apart this door. Like, the gaps are set really good, and sometimes it's better not to mess with the gaps, you know. But we got a lot of sanding to do. We're gonna sand it down, get it in the paint booth, tape it up once more, and paint it in. And just like that, hopefully the interior's gonna be done. We can start putting the interior together, or we'll probably put the door on. But there's a lot of work ahead of us. Let's get straight to it and knock it out. All right, so there we go. After about an hour or so of sanding and scuffing, we got it looking really good. We blew it off, so there's not that much water on it. So next thing I want to do is put it into the paint booth and probably blow it off a little bit more, and then we'll start taping. I think I'm going to reuse that. They're still looking really good. They're still taped up really nice. So let's get in the paint booth. Let's tape it up and start putting some sealer down and some other stuff. But let's get in there, let's tape it up, and let's see how it turns out. All right, finally we got it all taped up. It's looking really good. This is gonna be my first time actually painting upside down, so we'll see how that turns. But it should be no problem. But let's pretty much get some sealer down. We'll put some base down, some pearl, some clear, and we'll be all done. So let's get straight to it. All right guys, so it's the next morning and I came back in this morning and it's looking really good. Pretty excited. We're gonna let this dry a little bit. We're gonna probably put it outside, put it in the sun, let it sit for like an hour or so, and then we're gonna start putting the fender on, the door, set the gaps, and get ready for the full paint job. So there's a lot of work ahead of us. Let's get straight to it and see the transformation of this Tesla.
So you can't do it manually, if I have to do power.
The car never turned off, so we don't have to recalibrate it.
Yeah. You want to just push the button then?
There's no lock.
Oh.
There's no button. I unplugged everything.
Oh yeah.
Let's still drive. So you gotta take this door apart a little bit.
Take the handle out.
Take the handle off, sure.
Okay.
Normal.
You'll make it.
Sure?
Давай. Ногами. Тут хорошо проходит.
Good on my side. Watch your mirror. Good.
Alright, so we tried to pretty much lower this back door, and we did unplug a lot of stuff yesterday because we did, de-trimmed it, we got everything painted, and I don't want to put everything together yet because the paint's still kind of fresh, but we're having a hard time getting it to close. I guess there's other sensors that we took apart that's not really helping it, but we got it kind of close. The gap's kind of big over here, but that'll be good enough for the painting. So let's pretty much set up the front door gaps, we'll set up the fender and go from there. Alright guys, so just like that, we got the fender installed, we got the front passenger door installed. I mean, it's looking like a Tesla. I mean, it's looking like a car now, which is really good. I gotta say, the color, what do you think, Michael? The color looks pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we don't have to repaint this stuff. I mean, that's not looking so bad, you know, we can polish it up. But I think I still want to do a blend the whole side. Because we still gotta paint this door, we still gotta take off the trim, we still gotta take off this, and we gotta clean all this up. And probably this too. I mean, there's still a lot of work, but pretty much we're gonna let this sit, and then we're probably gonna give you a little shop update. You know, you guys have been commenting down below, be like, what happened to the truck? What happened to the Ram? What happened to that? We're like, we've pretty much sold everything, but let's go around and we'll talk about all the little projects that's going on right now and go from there. All right, guys, so here is the RV that I drove all the way back from Sacramento, California, and it made it back in one good piece. Pretty much has been sitting, you know, we're waiting for the weather to get a lot better. So we couldn't really fit inside the shop, so we're gonna have to probably work outside on it, and then when we paint it, we'll probably rent another shop or something like that. But let's check out the parts one, because we have this one, and we have a parts RV. So here is our parts RV. This is where I actually got the mirror off, so we got a glass we can replace once we get it. We have the whole side, we got the little molding, the cabinet, the slide out. So we pretty much have all the parts. We just have to find the time to do it, which we will after we get the red truck done and some other big projects done. So, I mean, camping season's coming along. This should probably take us, what, like 2 weeks to do?
Hopefully, I mean, hopefully not. We'll see. Depends.
But, I mean, pretty much a little update, but let's go on to the next car.
So we're actually progress on the van. I'm working on it since we got the Tesla off the frame machine. I was able to put this on. A video's coming out soon for that. But a little update on our other trucks that we had. That squatted truck, actually sold that. Well, basically most of those trucks that we showed you, you know, quick budget builds we've sold, so that's the update on those. And the blue Ram that we bought that was underwater, we sold that as well. Kind of moving on, you know, that was a really big project that we didn't want to tackle, but we're doing the Duramax instead. So yeah, kind of updates on those. Yeah, that's coming out soon. We actually have the Beetle, we're actually working on that right there as well. We have some more videos coming out. We're planning to go to the beach, so those videos are, you know, gonna come in a series kind of thing soon, so that's the update on that. So stay tuned, that's coming, we're definitely working on that, getting this done. Progress, but, you know, going at it. All right, guys, so behind me, I actually have an RV that we did an engine. Basically, we didn't swap it, we were doing some motor work to it, didn't really work out, and then it started getting cold, and it's been here for probably a year now, but we definitely still want to fix this one. We have the other parts one that you've seen, we still have the whole front end, so the parts are there. Just the time, like I said, we're waiting for the weather to get better. It's still a little chilly, surprisingly. Like, I thought it'd get warmer by now, but, you know, hopefully soon the rainy season will pass, and then we'll be able to work on it outside and get this thing knocked out, because, hey, that's a lot of money right there sitting there, and it's an awesome RV. Just the front end's missing, that's about it, you know, just a little, that's gonna take a while. It's definitely a bigger project, so we'll make sure we finish the other projects before we go and tackle this one. Probably do that side one first, then, you know, this one obviously, but yeah, it's there. We tried to do it, but we'll probably just do an engine swap and a whole front nose, which should be exciting to like separate it. So that'd be a crazy, pretty big build that we have to do and knock out. It's coming to a town near you soon, one day. Let's keep going. Working our way down, we actually have our other RV that I drove back from Texas. This thing is internally burnt completely. We actually sold it to one of our subscribers. They were watching the video like, hey, I want to rebuild that thing, and they reached out to us. We did some emailing back and forth, and yeah, they're gonna buy it. They're actually from Canada, but unfortunately they're having some issues getting across the border, so they're trying to figure out some paperwork, so it's kind of been sitting there for a while. But yeah, it's basically his now, and I mean, it dries, we know it's good to go, just the inside needs to be completely rebuilt. We actually did a complete fire rebuilt before. If you haven't checked out those videos, make sure you check them out. But we don't really want to do another complete fire rebuild right now. You guys already seen us do it, so he's gonna have fun with that. It's definitely a big project. We're not gonna tackle that one. We're basically done there. Moving right along, we actually have our boat that we picked up. We did a video on it. Basically the same time we got the bug. And we don't know much about it. We still don't know if the engine's locked up, if it could spin over, if it's a good engine. There's a little bit of fire damage around it, but it didn't seem that bad on it. Also, we're waiting for the weather to warm up, and then when it's boat season, we're gonna tackle it and get it out there. Hopefully soon. Like I said, it's still a little cold, but it's coming. You know, boat season's around the corner, so we're just prepped, we're ready. We already have a boat, we got it picked up for a good deal, because you gotta buy before the season, because once, you know, it's boat season, everybody wants a boat, the prices go up, so you definitely gotta do your shopping ahead of time. But we also went for that yacht that we got for like $100. Unfortunately, we still weren't able to get it. We went back one more time trying to figure out the trailer situation, and it did not work out, so we're probably gonna let it go. Reading all your guys' comments, I really like the one the guy said, the most expensive thing you'll own is a free boat. I was like, wow, okay, so maybe it's a blessing that it's still over there. I don't know, we might just sell it back in Copart. I don't know, we'll see. We'll kind of cross that bridge later once we get some more time, but we have plenty of projects going on, so I don't know if we want another mega project right now. That's fine, we'll figure that out later. All right guys, let's talk about our parts car that we originally got that we didn't know what to do with, but hey, ended up being a great parts car, and let's see what's left. I mean, you still have a whole front end going on, headlight, hood, and these parts are really expensive, so honestly, yeah, a Tesla parts car is always great to have, and we can still sell things off it, or maybe get another Tesla, but yeah, let's check it out. Obviously our fender's gone, we needed that, but this structural still looks pretty good. Man, it's just pretty crazy how it's just mainly glued on there. You know, got some welds here and there, but it's mainly just rivets and glue. That's what we gotta do. So looking inside, there's still plenty of parts going on here. Even though the airbag deployed, I mean, you still have the steering wheel, electronics behind the main computer itself. Yeah, and this interior, man, it looks great. We took out the other seats, we have it inside, but full interior. But obviously you don't wanna get rid of anything until you finish your project, so we still have to, you know, wait for the parts to come in there. Some computers got to get reprogrammed, and we won't get rid of this until that one's 100%, just in case you need something and you got rid of it. It's a worse feeling. You're like, man, I just had it, and then you sold it kind of thing. So probably just hold on to this for a little bit until the Tesla's done, but looking pretty good. Still the whole door back here. This section, we left it alone because it was just, to take that apart, you have to take the whole, yeah, it's gonna get really complicated. So that's fine, that's working out pretty good, and it calibrated okay, and it seems like it's closing and the gaps are fine, so why mess with it if it's working, you know? Don't fix it if it ain't broken kind of thing. But moving on. Yeah, there's still plenty of great parts on this Tesla, so I'm really happy with that, and probably get our money back with it, honestly, with the parts left over, so we can fix that one, and this one kind of pay for itself with the extra parts. So even though this side is damaged, there's still a lot of valuable parts inside. You got motors, computers, wire harness, and all that stuff adds up really quick. I mean, I remember my Honda Odyssey, that little seat airbag was like $900 from the dealer, so I can imagine these parts from the dealership are pretty crazy expensive, but they're OEM, original, and they're there, you know? Outside scratch, but the inside's what matters, and it's solid, so we're gonna keep it there, you know, it's away from the elements, it's kind of stored, and we know where it goes. But yeah, still a lot of money laying right there, even though it looks like it's rough, still good parts. All right guys, and also there's so many more cars that we're watching that we wanna play, we got an eye on. That, you know, we'll let you know soon, but let us know in the comments below what your favorite build is, what we've done in the past. I mean, that Raptor, that was completely burned, we've done before. So make sure you check out some of our videos. And if you haven't actually checked out our flooded series, we've done so many flooded cars, and we've actually sold all of them except for one. We got one car left out of all of them. I think it was a good 30 cars we did, maybe 40 cars, and it was pretty good. We had a good run with it, but that was kind of a seasonal thing. So once the hurricane, whatever goes through, there's thousands of flooded cars, and we went through them and got a couple good ones. And like I said, we're already kind of cleaned up and ready to go. I mean, honestly, we're waiting for the next one to come by, the next season, but we'll definitely stay tuned for that one. But let's go out back and check out our Duramax and talk about the progress there. All right guys, back to our Duramax. Basically the update on this, we were waiting for that radiator, which came in, so we're happy about that. We're still missing the clutch fan, I think, right? But hopefully that'll come in soon. So still little things here and there, but we're definitely gonna knock it out, put this thing together, and, you know, get it on the road. But we just got the Tesla going on, Odyssey, the other projects. There's some other projects we're doing too, guys. There's definitely many things going on, but hey, you know, that's part of it. You're waiting for parts here, you jump on this project. But let us know what you want to see finished first. Hopefully we'll, I don't know, jump around here and there, but we'll get it all done. I really do want to get the Odyssey done as well.
But the Tesla, we're going to have to take the computers apart, send them out because of the crash data. So
right,
for a little bit.
So once we get a window there, then we'll work on the other one and kind of go back and forth. But that's what we got to do, honestly, with cars sometimes, because lead time's a killer. Sometimes we'll be waiting for months to get stuff back. So, but thanks so much for watching, guys. Make sure you stay tuned. Like we said, we have a lot going on, but we are going to knock it out. We do want to finish these projects. We're reading some comments. Oh, you guys started but don't finish. No, we will. Just like I said, we're waiting for some parts on things. But make sure you hit that like button, you're subscribed, and we'll catch you next time.